It feels great to be here. I'm just excited to play this game, play against Kansas State, and play one last game as a college athlete.
A few times now. How different of a thing is bowl preparation, dealing with basically a month off before you play again? How do you kind of manage your time during that span?
It's a lot different. Like you said, you have a lot more time, and you just got to be. I mean, coaches give you a lot of free time to kind of rest your body, and so that's mainly our team's focus is getting our bodies back. People do what they want to do as far as outside the fields and whatnot, but I mean it's a lot different in that sense. Just a lot more time, and yeah.
You're coming into a game like this as a senior with draft potential and all that. Do you look at this game as a little bit of an audition or another audition in addition to all the other games you played?
I look at this game as an audition on top of a lot of other opportunities. So I treat this game like it's any other game because I think they're all equally important for the things I want to attain going forward. So I'm excited for this. It's just another opportunity for me.
What's the key for you guys to slow down Jake Waters, who has proven he's pretty efficient, running and passing?
I mean, we just stay on point. We just do what the coaches tell us to do. We execute our assignment. We play hard, and I think we'll be fine. I think this guy's a very good quarterback. He's very efficient. He's a great manager, and we just got to do a great job of containing that.
What is it about this defense when you guys look back on the film of other running quarterbacks you played against? What is it that the defense maybe hasn't done well against running quarterbacks?
I would say against running quarterbacks, they're just another threat on the field. They're just sometimes in situations where a quarterback is a huge part of the running game. There's a lot of it's a numbers game. Most of the time you're outnumbered because the quarterback is a serious threat with his feet. So we just gotta, like our coaches have been telling us, just really stick to our assignment. I think just staying in our gaps, not making things up, and staying on point is really going to help us.
So how does it feel to be, close to home for a bowl game?
It feels great, having a lot of fun. It's a much different experience than last year because I think last year I was really young and I was just kind of trying to just not mess up too much, and I'm having a little bit more fun this time. I'm not too far from home. I'm having a lot of family at the game, so I'm excited.
How far from home are you exactly?
Hour 45, hour and a half.
Oh, so not far at all.
Yeah, it's not.
Have you seen any family yet? Have they been around?
My mom works and my brother works, and so they'll be up here later in the week.
I know, obviously you guys have dealt with hearing rumors about Coach Mora and, different schools and whatnot last offseason. There was a report this morning about the 49ers potentially being interested in him. When you guys hear that, what's your reaction, especially with an NFL job like that?
Yeah, I mean, it's a blessing and a curse because he's doing a really good job with us, and he's doing a good job with this program, so he's going to get attention from other schools. And, at the end of the day, we don't worry about it. We worry about what we control. It's a business aspect of football, and we understood it when we signed that, your coaches leave all the time. And so we're focused on the game, we're focused on each other and just playing for each other. And, whatever happens in offseason happens in offseason. We're worried about the Kansas State.
Hearing that it's the NFL, does that make it a little more nerve-wracking at all? Or?
Nah, I don't think anybody's really worried about it. We hear it all the time. I mean, if he can turn down Texas, I don't think it's much else he can turn down. So whatever happens, happens, and we're just going to roll with it.
Does he say anything to you guys about that stuff?
No, Coach Moore, he keeps us very focused on the task at hand, and he keeps us focused on the season, and we have a big game against a very good team, so he's focused on that, and he hasn't talked about it at all.
When you look back at how far the offensive line has come, does it feel like you guys are kind of at the point where you had envisioned at the start of the season? No?
Yeah, I think it took us a little bit longer to get to where we wanted to. It was a stretch of about 7 games where we were like a top 3 O-line of the nation. And I think that we just need to find that rhythm again and get back to that. And it was just, everything was clicking. I think we found the right group of guys up there who were playing and played well with each other. And I think that we got that going back into next year. And it's going to be a lot of fun because when we watch film and we just see how far we've come, Coach Clem doesn't coach up as much, as far as just, telling us what to do. It's just we work on the scheme now, within our technique and stuff, because we're starting to get it down. And it's exciting because everybody's coming back. I mean, Connor's a redshirt freshman this year. Alex is a sophomore. Jake's a junior. He's probably going to come back. Scott's a sophomore. I'm a sophomore. So it's exciting to see us all start clicking finally, and I'm excited for it. So.
How do you think you kind of grew personally as a player from your freshman year to this year, playing mostly right tackle if you thought left tackle at the beginning of the year?
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of growth. I think my game transformed completely from my freshman year to now. I'm a much better player than I was. I made the move to left tackle in spring, but got banged up and couldn't play there, so I moved back to right. And I think it worked out for the team the best that it could have, because Connor stepped up and he's done a tremendous job at left tackle. And I'm doing good at right tackle. So the way things are right now, it's gelling really well. So it was meant to be the way it is, and we're rolling with it.
Do you see yourself kind of settling in at right tackle, or is that something where maybe in the future you could go into guard, or you could still keep moving around, you feel like?
I don't know. Almost whatever the coach wants me to do, what the team wants me to do, I'll do whatever they want me to do. I can play guard, tackle, left, right, doesn't matter to me. I'll do whatever they want me to do. So.
How does the body feel at this point in the season? I mean, getting a month off's got to help, but how are you feeling just physically at this point?
Everybody's banged up, but that's so we play football. Everybody's banged up time of year. Whoever sucks it up and plays hard, get the win, yeah.
This is going to be your last game blocking for Brett. Obviously, he's going to leave behind a legacy that's among the top UCLA quarterbacks in school history. What do you feel like his legacy is, just having played with him these last 2 years and blocked for him?
Man, I mean, Brett's one of the best quarterbacks to ever play at UCLA. Statistically, he is the best quarterback to ever play at UCLA. And, he's an awesome guy to play with. He's real laid back. He's demanding, but he knows how to communicate with his guys. And I don't think there's ever – we love playing for him. I love blocking for him. I'm going to miss him a lot. And, I wish him the best. I think his legacy here is just to be one of the best players ever come to UCLA. And, it was an honor to block for him, and I wish him all the best in the future.
How crucial would you say it is that you guys had a guy like that at quarterback that you could count on to help kind of raise the program to where it is now?
I think it is huge. I think we all know as far as this season goes, the way Brett goes, we go. And, I think that we had a lot of young guys play on the offensive line last year, 3 freshmen. And for a guy like that who's back there who's talented to make things happen, and help us in our shortcomings, it helped us a lot. And I think it helped this program a lot.
So you guys have played a decent amount of running quarterbacks now. What do you think the key is to slowing down a guy like Jake?
Doing your job, containing the quarterback, staying in your rush lanes, and staying disciplined. That's pretty much it.
Is he different at all from some of the other running quarterbacks you guys have played against?
I wouldn't say so. I'd say he's probably a little more tougher. Okay. That's about it.
How do you see that come out in his film?
Coming out of his film, like he's a guy like he's going to take hits on. He's not going to slide around out of bounds. Like he's a running back there as well as a quarterback. So that's what I'd say.
What are the other kind of big challenges of facing this offense in particular? The running quarterback, but what else about it kind of makes it unique?
Just it's different. It's different than the offense I've ever seen. Like the way the offense lines up. I've never seen anything like it before. So I'd say.
Is it the number of sets they use, the different variations of football?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's just like, I don't know, like you'll have guard and a tackle here, then like 4 feet this way you'll have the center, and then the other guard like right next to, I don't know, it's like, it's weird to.
Like really irregular splits?
Yeah, but then they'll sometimes bring in the whole line together, so they like to see what front you're in and then move around from there.
How do you guys try to adjust for those splits in particular? Is that just a matter of doing your job, same stuff?
Doing our job.
But it seems like that they do that to just throw you guys off from doing your job.
Yeah, of
right?
course. It's smart. It's a smart strategy. So I don't blame them for doing that, just to make things look different. A lot of window dressing, I'd say. You think it's this, but it's really not. It's just basic.
Does that make it more important to not give away anything pre-snap, like what kind of stunt you're going to do or any kind of blitzing, that sort of thing?
Yeah, I guess so.
How far do you feel like you've come in this season? I know you didn't have as much time before the season to get prepared for it.
Yeah, I didn't have much time at all. I went from riding the bikes straight into San Bernardino full go. So, I was kind of playing, I'd say, some catch up with everybody else from, they had all their plays down, their technique down for spring, and I was like going right back in the mix. First half of the season, I think I started a little bit slow, and then Coach Brick, let me do more stuff, let me loose, and I really feel like myself the last half of the season.
Do you feel like you got to that point that you had initially been envisioning for the end of this season, or is that, in terms of how the season went, do you feel like you reached the point you were hoping to be at when you started the year?
I wanted more sacks by this time of year, of course. Any D lineman would say that.
You got another game, right?
Yep.
You just got to rack up 3 or 4 in this one.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, how excited are you going into this offseason? I mean, this is probably your first truly fully healthy offseason.
Yeah, this is actually my first offseason for football probably ever. No, to be honest, all throughout high school is right when football's over is right into baseball. So I've never had an off season when I was with the football team, lifting every day, working out, and then I get to college. Freshman year, hurt my back going into the season, and then this year obviously with my foot. So hopefully I have a great offseason this year. Nothing happens, knock on wood. So I'm looking real forward to getting better this offseason, actually like reaching my potential.
So what you're saying is we can expect a 12-sack campaign out of you next year.
That's every D-lineman's dream.
It seems like they've been using you a lot more as kind of the back guy on a stunt, coming around the middle. Is that kind of what you're talking about, the different variations of what they're going to do?
Yeah, just let me, some techniques, let me go free on instead of reading so much, go. Sure. So I'd say that's what it is.
Obviously, you guys have dealt with a ton of rumors about Coach Mora and, going to Texas or Washington or all that. Now, there's a rumor this morning report about him potentially being a candidate for the 49ers job. Does hearing it's from the NFL make you guys at all a little bit more anxious, or is that what's your feeling?
To be honest, I have no clue. I don't pay attention. I don't watch TV at all. Since I got to college, I haven't watched any TV. I'm not that interested in watching NFL football as much, or even TV in general. So I don't know what's all those rumors going on. I tend to stay away from all that. I heard last year's rumor of him going to Washington, but I've never had a doubt he was never going to go there. But I have no clue. I'm confident that he'll stay.
You still feel the same way that you did last year when you...
Yeah, so I don't know. It's not really like my business or my worries, what goes on in the coach's personal life. I can only control myself and help my team.
How far do you feel like you've come in this first season? I know you didn't get a ton of playing time at first. It seems like they're trying to work you in a lot more towards the end. How do you feel like you've done?
I feel like I'm getting more comfortable with the game. Things are becoming easier to me. I'm becoming a better teammate with some of the older guys on our team. I think they respect me enough and they trust me enough, as the guy to go ahead and get things done properly at that. So it feels good, man. And I'm just a freshman. I'm still young, and I'm still learning the ropes. Just like what it took for EK to get to where he's at. So he's a great mentor and a leader for me to follow. So that's what I do.
How are you trying to kind of soak everything in with Eric? This being your kind of last few practices with him and last game with him.
Well, I all started in camp. I had one last year with this guy, so I was like, man, I'm gonna soak everything I can up with him. And he's taught me a lot. I've learned a lot about him as a person and also on the field. He's a great teammate, man, and I'll miss him, and I'll start my legacy once he leaves. So, he's off to great things in the future, and I'm proud of him.
What was the one thing that you saw of him that you went, wow, that's how I have to do it?
Hey, what'd you say?
The one or two things that you saw that him doing that you go, that's what I need to do?
Well, man, he's just the same guy every day, He brings the same approach, the same mentality, the same mindset. The way he practices, the way he plays in the games, he plays hard. He leads his boys. He put the team on his back, and he just get the job done. Everybody can look up to him. I love playing with him. He's fun. That's the type of person Eric Kendricks is.
Has it kind of hit you yet that you're going to be that guy that you kind of need to step into those shoes next season?
Well, like I tell a lot of people, I don't think it's stepping into any shoes. It's developing what I came here to do. EK have his legacy, and there's no way I'll be able to do some of the things EK do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a different person. I'm a different type of player, and that's just the approach I take.
What do you feel like you do specifically differently?
Well, we're two different people, so there's no way we're going to do this, exact same thing. Yeah. But the thing that we do that's common is work hard, and come to practice with it on our mind, and carry our teammates with us. And that's one of the things I said, that we have in common.
Do you have any family friends coming in from Louisiana for the game?
Yeah, I have my family coming in, and my personal trainer from back at home.
How do you feel like you've kind of digested the defense over the course of this year? Do you feel like you're in a place that you know it well enough that you can step into that role where you're making a lot of the calls next year?
Well, I'm starting that now. That was one of my things I had to do this for as camp was right off the bat was get used to making the calls and letting that voice be heard by myself real early. And with that has helped a lot because I think guys has responded to my voice and stuff like that. So when we're on the right page on the field and things like that. So I mean, I think it's getting pretty easy the more I do it, and I'm getting very comfortable with it.
That position in a defense is often kind of the leader of the defense. The guy who kind of emotional leader, that sort of thing. Do you feel ready to step into that role as a sophomore next year?
Oh man, whatever I have to do to get the job done, I'm willing to do it. Whatever it is, man. And that's my mindset. That's my goal, and I'm going to get it done.